Thank you, Mayor Parker. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is indeed a historic day, generally and for me personally. For the first time since 1997, when I first challenged the 1997 SOB ordinance, I don't have a case against the City of Houston. As my father, who was a very wise man, said, the thing about hitting yourself on the head with a hammer is that it feels so good when you stop. But today is historic not just because it marks the end of something, but because it marks the beginning of something extraordinary. For more than 40 years, I've represented adult clubs around the country, argued most of the United States Supreme Court cases establishing the law of adult entertainment. The first adult zoning case in Detroit, 1976, the most recent one in 2001 against Los Angeles, the topless club case in 1999, and the major licensing case against Dallas in 1990. I've argued in the highest courts in 20 different states and lower courts around the country. And the unchallenged assumption in all of those cases, in all of those courts, and for all of those years was that adult clubs and government were enemies and had to fight to the last dollar that either of them had. And state and local governments paid us millions of dollars in attorney's fees for cases we won against them. What a waste for everyone. Today, Houston commences an unprecedented different approach with these 16 clubs against a common foe, the heartless, despicable scourge of human sexual trafficking. Historically, the city, and even these 16 responsible clubs, have warred. But today they join to declare war against trafficking and those who engage in it, a war to the death which these new allies have vowed not to lose. As a lawyer, my guiding principle has been consenting adults. But although those trafficked may be adults, they are never consenting. They are forced, coerced, and compelled. They exercise no choices. They have no free will. They are controlled by others. This is anathema to responsible clubs and to their owners, these gentlemen behind me. And it is anathema to this great city. So the city and these 16 clubs have joined to drive it from their community. Never have local government and adult clubs joined forces and pooled their resources. Today they do so to fight a common enemy, the horror of trafficking. By providing significant financial resources to the city for law enforcement anti-trafficking efforts, by providing information and declining to be even unwittingly passively involved with traffickers, by operationally reducing the perceived need for constant monitoring of ordinance regulations, and by heightening awareness and sensitivity amongst entertainers and the community at large, these 16 responsible clubs will be making an enormous contribution to their city and to this cause. Using their own good efforts, skills, and dedicated personnel, and bolstered by what these clubs will provide, the city and its police department will be able to mount stepped-up warfare on the cruel criminality of trafficking and those heartless, amoral monsters who engage in it. My two colleagues, superb Houston attorneys Jim Kennelly and Casey Wallace and I, and City Attorney David Feldman and his staff have worked tirelessly to make this happen. Jim, Casey, and I, and our clients are proud to join Mayor Parker, the City Attorney's Office, and the Houston Police Department in embarking on this innovative, focused, and noble endeavor. Together, the city and these 16 responsible clubs will convert this extraordinary vision into reality, and together, we will drive a stake through the heart of trafficking in Houston. I thank you and happy Thanksgiving to you all.